In this final section, we'll talk about how you could find a missing coordinate. This is really an extension, so make sure you've really got the other three video clips first. All right, we know that the slope between the 2 points, 2, 5, and -1, y, is 2/3. We're trying to find the value of this missing coordinate y. Well, there's three different ways you could approach it. Option 1 would be to use a coordinate grid. Let's plot what we know. The first thing we know is that 2, 5 is one of our 2 points. We can graph it right there. We also know something about the other point. While we don't know exactly where it is, we do know the x value is -1. So it must be one of those points somewhere on the red line. Now, we also know that the slope of the line is 2/3. So I'm going to graph through this known point a line with a slope of 2/3. Up 2/3, up 2/3. And you'll notice that the intersection is right here. The point with an x-coordinate -1 happens to be 3 units above the y-axis, so we know that the y value must be +3. Another option would be to use the slope formula. I'm going to ask you to bear with me here because my handwriting with the mouse is not going to be great. But let's go ahead and fill in what we know into the slope formula. M, or the slope, is 2/3. Let's subtract the y values. The second y value is just y. The first y value is +5. The second x value is -1, while the first y value is -2. Simplifying that just a little bit, we could write -3 instead. This now is a proportion, so we're going to do our cross products. 2 times -3 gives us -6. And 3 multiplied by y minus 5, I'll go ahead and distribute, is 3y minus 15. Doing a little bit of solving here, we're going to add 15 to both sides. 9 is equal to 3y. And finally, y is equal to 3. Our third option is to use just a little bit of number sense. All right, we know that the slope is 2/3. Consider the change in y. Well, we really don't know what the change in y is right there. All right, how about the change in x? Can we find the change in x? Sure. The change in x right now is a decrease of 3 units. From 2 to -1 is a decrease of 3 units. In order for rise over run to come out as 2/3, let's think about what we would need. What number would have to go here to give us a slope of 2/3? Well, it would have to be a -2. The negative would cancel with the negative. So we need for the change in y, or the rise, to be -2. What number can I put here so that we could start at 5 and go down 2? Well, starting at 5 going down 2, this value would have to be 3, same as the other two ways. Hopefully, between one of those three methods, one of the three makes sense to you, either visually, symbolically, or number sense.